I am the Dadcrafter, and this is a live stream of the new chest cavity mod series here on the internet. I'm going to go ahead and get underway with this brand new challenge that my kids have laid out for me, which is to undertake the chest cavity challenge, where they've given me a whole bunch of things to try with this chest cavity mod. The one that I tested out the other day, where you literally go into mobs, take bits and pieces of their body, I guess, and use it to your advantage, or sometimes maybe even disadvantage, it would seem. But one way or another, we're going to find out just what this is all about and have ourselves a little bit of fun along the way. I'll let you know here in a minute what some of those challenges are that my kids have laid out for me, but first challenge is survival. This is survival Minecraft, and I'm kind of excited because I've been doing the Skyblock challenge, which, you know, I'm having a lot of fun with and still not quite finished with because I just can't get that wandering trader to bring me what I need. Of course, what I'm waiting for there is the pointed dripstone, and I promise I will complete that challenge, but in the meantime, I am struggling with keeping myself motivated with that challenge because I'm completely reliant on a wandering trader bringing me what I need at this point, and he just doesn't seem to want to cooperate and actually bring me what I need. So in the meantime, while I wait for that and continue to work towards that goal, I figured let's go ahead and get started on another goal, which is to begin this chest cavity mod challenge, where I'm going to be trying to do a whole bunch of different things with the chest cavity mod. Those different things will be a variety of things. It'll be things like getting to the Ender Dragon and defeating the Ender Dragon and making an Ender Dragon sausage. Never thought I'd hear myself say that, but that is the kind of stuff that we're going to undertake here in the chest cavity challenge. There's a whole bunch of other stuff. My son has given me an entire list to work towards. So I will get that list here in a minute, and we'll take a look at that together and just kind of work through what are those things that we need to accomplish here in this challenge. But like I said, the very first thing that I need to accomplish is just getting myself underway, getting myself into a world here where I can, survive, I guess, because survival is the name of this game. And I got to remember that I'm playing in an older version of Minecraft because this chest cavity challenge only works on this older version. So we're going to need to kind of play this a little different than maybe we otherwise would have. Like, for example, I'm not sure that I can craft bamboo into planks in this version because it didn't seem to want to let me do that. So we'll have to go ahead here and get some other wood instead of just the bamboo. It looks like I can make sticks out of the bamboo, but perhaps not planks. So we'll go ahead and we'll break a tree here to get some planks. And, the first thing we're going to do is try to find a bit of cobblestone here. We're going to craft ourselves a pickaxe. We're going to craft ourselves an axe. We're going to try to find ourselves a source of food. We're going to try to find ourselves some shelter. So all the kind of things that you would do when playing Minecraft any other day, we're going to do all of those things here in this challenge. So before we even craft ourselves a chest opener, which will be one of those things that we'll definitely want to do, but we're going to go ahead, before we even get to that point, we're going to go ahead and just play some Minecraft, which I was starting to say I'm kind of excited for that piece of the challenge because I haven't had a chance to just play Minecraft yet. Skyblock, very different. It's not traditional Minecraft in any sense of the word, so you're, really playing it in a way that's completely different than what you might normally play Minecraft. And my goal here is to play some good old-fashioned Minecraft. So that's what we're going to start off with here. Is we're just going to start off by playing some good old-fashioned Minecraft. Going to mine some stone, make some stone tools, find ourselves a home away from home. Just realizing here that I don't see the chat. So if you all are chatting with me, I'm not seeing that. I want to make sure that I am. So give me just a minute here. I'm going to pause my play so I can figure out why I'm not seeing my chat. And I don't know why I'm not seeing that. So give me just a moment here while I figure out what's going on with my chat. All right. I've got it here on my my phone, so we'll go with that. It'll at least let me know what you guys are saying here. Mark Rowe, really appreciate that. My favorite YouTuber. I don't know Luke the Notable personally, but I take all compliments as just that, compliments. So I appreciate you saying that. Definitely happy to know that you even put me on your list of top YouTubers, because I don't think I belong on anybody's list just yet. I'm still getting myself into this whole world of YouTubing Minecraft. As many of you know, I'm pretty new to it, just getting started here. My Skyblock Challenge was my starting point. This is kind of my second hoorah here, is going to be this chest cavity mod challenge. And I'll be honest with you, I don't even know if it's going to be very successful, because I am not the best Minecrafter. I consider myself a very mediocre Minecrafter at this point, but I try real hard, and I find that, you know, in life as in Minecraft, if you try hard enough, good things tend to happen. So we're going to continue to try real hard and see where it gets us. And just like that, we've got ourselves a whole bunch of tools. I'm just looking at all this sand right now with some great greed and eagerness, because again, in my Skyblock world, sand is something I don't have any of. So I think, like, you know, kind of cool to have some sand at this point. Two pup, I think that's, or is it tupup? You know, appreciate the add-on compliment there. You know, let's go ahead here. Let's see. I don't love this biome that we've started in. Probably not my favorite biome, the jungle biome, especially not here in version 1.18, where I don't think I can use the bamboo as wood or as like planks. So I'm going to try to find myself into a little, maybe of a traditional jungle, where at least I have jungle wood as opposed to all bamboo. Going to grab some watermelons while I'm here, since that is a food source that I can work with. This bamboo makes it awful hard to navigate, but we'll find our way around here. Maybe we'll find a jungle temple. That would be pretty sweet. Some sheep would be awesome, but I don't know if you can find them in a jungle. But the good news is we're going to have plenty of wood, because here's a whole bunch of jungle wood. So let's go ahead and let's chop down some jungle trees. The second one, I believe the second one was Tupup. So if that's correct, you could let me know. But good to have you guys here. Appreciate you jumping on to the stream. Hopefully we can provide some entertainment for you here as we work our way through this challenge. Let me know, if you could, how the stream is coming through. I'm not at my regular location tonight, so think the internet is strong enough to handle this, but you know, if it's not, let me know if it's coming through super laggy or anything like that. So far, we have found that we are in the midst of a massive jungle. All right. Tupup and Mark Rowe say it's doing all right, so I appreciate that, guys. We're going to just try to find our way out of this jungle right now, because I'll be honest with you, I'm not a fan of trying to make my way through all these stupid bamboo shoots. Oh, look at that. We can get a sheep in this biome. I did not think that was even possible. But we're gladly going to take that wool, and there's a second sheep there. Come on, give us a third. I think I see a third off in the distance. Did I get the wool? I did. No, that's a panda. I don't think pandas have wool. All right, well, we've got 2 sheep, 2 blocks of wool so far. We need a third. I see a fire off in the distance, which that usually means lava. So let's go ahead and see if that's a ruined portal, because that would be pretty sweet if it is. And no, it's just a lava pit, which, not that a lava pit isn't useful, but it's not really super useful at the moment. A little bit of a cave there. Now, the one thing I have to remember here is copper is not useful in this version. That's the sad part, is I see copper, and copper is basically useless, because this is 1.18. where you can't really build much with copper. So not going to be any reason to go and mine that copper right now, because it's not going to do us any good. But what will do us a good, if I can actually hit them, is this chicken who, man, that was a, oh, I forget they drop like organs and stuff. So we got chicken muscle and chicken organs that we can work with. And somebody was telling me in the comments of my last stream that you can make sausages out of some of these animal parts. So we're going to have to see about that here, because the animal muscle is not really very good by itself, but if you can craft it into a sausage, I guess that can be much more useful. Kind of making our way into more of a plains-looking biome here, but still very jungly. And really my goal right now is I'm just trying to find another sheep so I can actually sleep, because nights can get a little rough if you can't sleep, and I would like some easy nights, not rough nights, if I could get them. So we'll see if we can't find ourselves one more sheep. In the meantime, we're going to go ahead and grab ourselves a whole bunch of watermelon. Looks like night may already be falling, so it may make sense to go down in this cave. I do see some coal down in this cave, so we'll go ahead and we'll get that coal since we are here and all. If we can get down there without hurting ourselves too much, that would be nice. Ooh, is that a lush cave over there? I did see that one azalea tree, so it might be a lush cave over there. I think we spawned in above a lush cave, so that might be our first place to go, might be into this lush looking cave here. We're going to have plenty of coal to light the place up. So we'll mine this coal, and then I think we'll make our way over into that lush cave. We're not going to be able to sleep this first night, I don't think, anyway. So we may as well make our way into a cave, since it's not going to be any safer out of the cave than it is in the cave. We got all that coal. Which way was the cave? This way. Let's go ahead and let's craft up some torches. How did you make sticks out of this stuff? I don't remember. Oh boy. I just want sticks, but I want to make them out of bamboo. I think it's like this then. Must be top and bottom. There we go. I got the bamboo. I may as well use it for sticks instead of my wood, because I'll need the wood to craft up other things. Yeah, sausages do sound a little more appealing than just, you know, muscle. Let's get these where I can eat them. I see some zombies down here, so we're going to quickly run into our first mobs. We're going to kind of hope that we don't encounter skeletons, because I don't have a shield, and skeletons without a shield are not my favorite thing to have to deal with. We're going to let these zombies kind of come to us, because I think I want to be up a level when they do get to me. Yeah, come on. Come up the steps here, zombie. Well, they don't seem to want to come up to me, so I'm going to have to come to them. I guess they might not be able to make it up that extra step. But that's okay. This is perfect. We'll take care of these zombies where they can't hurt us. Go ahead and grab that Monster Hunter achievement. And we'll get these guys, and then we'll light this place up a little bit for you. In fact, we could probably do that for starters. Make it so we can actually see these zombies. I'm not sure why they're not coming at me, but I can see some iron there, which is what we need to make our chest opener. So we're going to get that first chest opener sooner than later. And can you believe that? That zombie just dropped an iron ingot. That's like unheard of for killing 3 zombies to end up with an iron ingot. I was not in any way, shape, or form anticipating that. We got a creeper over there, so let's go ahead and get ourselves ready for him. He's going to want to... Oh, boy. And I didn't see the creeper on my left. Wow. Well, I was not expecting a death quite that fast. All right. Well, the good news is we're playing survival, but we are not playing hardcore. And the reason that we were not playing hardcore is I figured that I would run into some mobs. I did not expect a death in the first, what is that, about 13, 14 minutes of play. Was not quite where I was anticipating the first death would come into this. But, you know, this is Minecraft after all, and deaths come when deaths come. The question now becomes, can I find my way back to where I was? Because I would like to get that stuff back that I had. Kind of think it was this way. And then, oh, there's some string there. I can't pass that up. Oh boy, this is going to be precarious because I don't really remember where I was. And it is nighttime, and I see skeletons, and I see zombies. Unlucky is probably a fair way to put it, Tup Pup, but I would also say I was not paying enough attention. I was looking at one creeper, and I didn't really pay attention to the fact that there was another creeper. I probably should have been more attentive to that. I know I crossed water, but I don't think it's that water that I crossed. I think it's this way. I see a spider up overhead. I see bamboo everywhere. Oh man, I am going to have a hard time finding my way back to where I was, that's for sure. This bamboo is ridiculous, by the way. How do you possibly navigate through here without getting killed? Although I feel like I'm doing all right so far. I thought for sure I'd get killed just trying to make my way through this bamboo, but I want to get in this water. Even if it's not here that I need to get across, I think it's just going to be easier to traverse through the water than through the bamboo jungle. Because I think it was over there, kind of this direction, that I need to be. See some pigs. Oh boy. Now I am feeling lost, because I think it was this way, but I'm really not sure. I mean, I didn't have that much that I can't live without it, but at the same time, like, I did have some stuff that I'd like back. My tools, my wool, my torches, my coal. I'd like all that stuff back. My pride, I'd like that back, but something tells me that's not coming. Alright, I don't think there was a beach, so I do think that I am hunting in the wrong direction here. And I'm hearing, oh gosh, I got a witch, got a creeper, I got everybody coming after me right now. This does not seem right. I'm cursed. Suddenly longing for my Skyblock challenge. I had that place so well put together that by comparison just playing some regular old Minecraft feels terrifying. Alright, maybe what we do here is we just regroup all together and say that our best bet is just to gather some fresh resources here, because I don't remember where in the heck I was, and that's gonna make it pretty difficult. I see a sheep, I see a cow. Let's go ahead, let's just get some wood, and let's start crafting some new tools. Why do I call it cursed instead of poison? That Tup-Up, that's a great question. I thought cursed was the right word, but I have been corrected by enough people on the internet now that I should know better. I think that's just me used to using one term, and it's clearly the wrong term, but that you know, doesn't mean that my brain doesn't want to use the wrong term. It just means it's the wrong term. So I will try to remember to say poisoned going forward, because poisoned would be the correct term. Thanks for calling me out on that one. Because if you didn't call me out now, I can promise you people would later. So we'll go ahead here and we'll just collect up enough wood that we can make a few tools and be prepared to come take out this sheep, which should be wool piece number 3, but instead will only be wool piece number 1. And then we're going to need to find ourselves 3 more sheep to get to... Oh boy. There, Mr. Chicken. We'll take you out. We do not want to be fighting with a skeleton right now. We don't really want to be fighting with anybody right now. We just kind of want to find safety. Oh, is this... Did I find where I was? Maybe, maybe not, but I see some coal and I see some iron. So we're going to make a quick detour over here. We'll get some cobblestone also, so we can make some better tools. You know, Mark, unique is certainly what I'm going for here, but I also want to be accurate to some extent, so you'll probably hear me use curse again, because, you know, it's kind of one of those things, like when your brain thinks something is right, it's going to keep saying it whether you want to or not. So I have a feeling whether I really try to say the right word or not, I'm probably going to say the wrong word as often as the right word. But I'm going to try to remember that it's poison. The witches poison you. Although I feel like wouldn't it be accurate to say that the witches both poison and curse you? Like when they hit you with weakness, isn't that a curse? Or is that a weakness poison? It's a potion of weakness that they're hitting you with, but does that make it a poison? I would think that that's a curse, like a curse of weakness that they're hitting you with. So welcome the internet to weigh in on that one. Does the witch curse you with weakness, or do they poison you with weakness? I tend to think that they curse you with weakness. You know, Tup Up, you ask if it's a historical. I have played a lot of a video game called Diablo 2 in my day, and in that game, there's definitely curses. And I think that if I were to guess as to why my brain keeps going there, that's the why. I would guess that that's why my brain keeps wanting to call it a curse, is because I'm used to that game. And Minecraft for me is actually a newer game. Newer meaning like within the last few years. My kids have gotten me into this one. But I played Diablo 2 going back all the way to high school. So that one definitely has a longer hold on my brain. We're going to go ahead and grab this iron here, which we're going to smelt some of this up so we can make our first chest opener, because that, after all, is what this game is all about. And I want to make sure that I am able to open some chests when I get the chance. I see. So weakness is a curse, but poison is poison. That seems fair. I can live with that. All right, so it's daytime again, so we don't really have to go caving. Let's go ahead and let's make us a furnace. And let's go ahead and smelt up some iron. Yeah, I think it's probably fair to say that poison is poison and weakness is a curse. That kind of seems logical to me. So the other thing that I need here is I need a lever. And I got to remember, I don't remember how to make a lever. Okay, pretty easy. Stick and stone, huh? So let's go ahead and let's make a stick. And we can make our lever. And then with that plus this, we can make our chest opener. All right, we are officially in the chest opening phase of this run through. We've got our chest opener, which means that we are able to open chests, which means that we are able to begin to do things that are more than just play the game. I'm going to pause here for a second so I can get my list from my son pulled up on my other screen, because he did send me over a rather robust list of tasks to complete. I just got to find where that is. Here we go. So here are the things that he suggests as goals. And you'll all have to help me here since you're on my initial stream and decide if these are going to be the official goals or not. First of all, a creeper appendix. Acquire a creeper appendix. Acquire a llama lung. Acquire a silk gland from a spider. Acquire a venom gland from a bee. Acquire a piston muscle from an iron golem. A fireproof muscle from a strider. A blaze core from a blaze. An enderman heart and an enderman appendix, both from enderman. A gassed stomach. A shulker spleen. An ender dragon heart. Ender dragon muscle, ender dragon appendix, and then a wither muscle. It isn't called that, but that's what it looks like, he says. So those are some initial suggestions. And I know he's told me also about making the ender dragon sausage. So we'll have to add that to the list as well. So those all seem, reasonable in this challenge, things to go for. You guys will have to let me know in the chat if you think those sound reasonable or not. And of course, if you have any suggestions for things that belong on that list that weren't, feel free to throw them in the chat and we can consider whether or not we want to add them to the list. Right now, I just want to get myself up out of here, which seems to be a daunting task in its own right. So I'm debating for this challenge whether I do videos like I did for the Skyblock or if I just do it all live stream. I'd love your feedback on that as well. Like, do you guys prefer the live streams or do you prefer the cinematic style videos? Because I'm down for either. The advantage is being with the cinematic style video, I can kind of play at any time and, you know, put it together in kind of a digestible format. Whereas, you know, live stream, the benefit is you get to really see stuff happening in real time, which means no hiding the truth. You know, you die to a creeper, you see that creeper death. There's there's no sugarcoating just how bad I am at Minecraft when we play on a live stream. And I think you get a little bit more of my raw, unfiltered thoughts this way. I don't mind making the videos. They actually tend to work with my schedule a little better because, like I said, I can sit and play at any point in time when I have time and then edit throughout, you know, on my own schedule. And then I just have to kind of sit down and record, you know, hour of voiceover onto the video. So there's some advantages to that from a scheduling perspective. And then there's advantages to the live stream just in terms of, like, it's quick. Like this live stream I'm playing right now, talking as I play, and then this will post on the internet. So, like, little more efficient maybe, but the videos actually have an advantage from a schedule standpoint because I can't always talk while I play because I need to be in a quiet space to do that. And I have kids, which means I don't often have a quiet space unless I specifically plan to have a quiet space. So Tup Up says a combination of the two. Start with the live stream and then turn it into a video. So you're saying do the live stream, but then make it into a cinematic video from the live stream footage. That is probably the most complicated option, but doesn't mean it's not possible. It just means it's the most complicated. Flippy Vander Merwe. There's a name for you. I'm just going to call you Flippy because I can't say all of that every time without getting my tongue twisted. Welcome to the stream. Did you have a thought on live stream versus cinematic? Found myself a sunken ship here. Generally, when I'm doing the cinematic videos, I will voice over more or less in one take. I mean, if something comes out and I'm like, oh, that was terrible, then I'll, you know, record over it. But I'm pretty good about, like, I make the video, I edit everything till I'm happy with it, you know, video-wise, and then I sit down and record the whole thing at once. But that does sometimes require multiple stops. Like, I'll, you know, record a section of it and realize that something I said was just didn't make any sense, so then I'll start that over. So I don't want to say it's all one take because that feels like it's not quite accurate. But it is more or less done in a single take. Like, I'll sit down in a single session. Let me put it to you that way. But it might have, you know, 3 or 4 different chunks of audio in it. Yeah, I don't know if I'd say it takes me quite 10 tries. I'm probably a little more efficient than that. Not to brag, but that part of it I feel like is pretty, I don't want to say easy for me, but the talking isn't the hardest part. Right now, the hardest part of the Skyblock challenge is getting a wandering trader to show up with pointed dripstone. I keep getting wandering traders, and it takes forever. I mean, like they don't show up quick and easy. They show up slow as heck. But when they do show up, they don't seem to want to have what I need. Well, I'm speaking of don't have what I need. This ship seems to have only had the one chest. I don't see any others. Here's a door. Is that helpful? No. Nothing behind door number 1. I've trapped a dolphin. Is that good for anything? This is the chest I was in already, I think. Yeah. I'm going to say this sunken ship has sunken my hopes of it having anything good in it. All right. We need a food source. We need a biome worth settling down in. We need some more sheep so that we can get some wool. And we need some animals to open up to get the parts out of them that we need. Because right now we have been, we're going on, I think, our second night here, and we've accomplished a whole lot of nothing. We've died once. We've got ourselves some basic tools. We got ourselves some watermelon to eat. And I think we grabbed some boots maybe. Let's see if those were worth putting on. O negative I. I don't know what that does. I didn't realize there's like different enchantments in this. That's a whole new layer. But apparently the boots have the enchantment O negative I, or I guess that's a Roman numeral 1, O negative 1. Is this the same lava pit? Did we finally find our way back to where we were? No, this is a different lava pit. Boy. Yeah. Well, we've arrived at night again. We still don't have a bed. So we are not going to be sleeping. We are not going to be safe. We've got a lava pit. That doesn't do us much good. Yeah, Tup Pup, I think that's probably what I'll do, is go kind of a combination of live stream and pre-recorded, because, like I said, I just can't live stream every day. Like that doesn't work for my life and schedule. But when I can live stream, or when there's a big moment worth live streaming, live stream that, and then do some more pre-recording cinematic style stuff for the rest of it. It's probably what's gonna have to be the way of it. I do like the live streaming though. I feel like it's more fun for me to have a little bit of interaction with y'all, and I don't get that on the pre-recorded. Like obviously just me playing and speaking to it is a little less fun and interactive than, you know, getting to see the chat here and having you guys all take part in this. Makes it a little more enjoyable, a little different for me. I think I'm gonna make a boat, because I am just not digging this like never-ending jungle biome. I want some plains. I want some different, maybe even a village would be nice. I think a village would be very nice. Somewhere where I can settle down and not be so at risk of dying, and have some resources. That would certainly be nice. So we'll go off here on a journey across the ocean, and we'll see what we can find. For those that might just be tuning in, we are working on a chest cavity mod challenge. That's the mod where you can rip open the chest of a mob and take their spleen, their liver, their lungs, their muscles, their spine, you name it, and use them to either improve, or in some cases make worse, your own station in life. Some things give you special abilities, like we learned in my test that if you take the spiders web piece. I forget what it's called, but if you take a piece from a spider, you can actually get the ability to create string. It doesn't give you Spider-Man capabilities like I had hoped it would, but it does give you some capability to make string, which is useful. I mean, string right now, if I had a whole bunch of string, I could make a bed. And that would be nice. But it does give you some capability. But I was hoping it would give you like cool like web slinging, like flying across the world kind of ability. But not so lucky on that one. Right now, I would take a navigation capability because this ocean is apparently huge that I'm currently on, and I'm just going to keep going until I see one of a few things. If I see a sunken ship, I might go check that out. If I see a ruined portal, I would go check that out. If I see land, I would go check that out. Right now, all that I see is ocean, as far as I can see. You can see the Dadcrafter. This is the awesome skin that one of my viewers from a previous episode had made. Would you know that I found land and it's more jungle? I don't really want a jungle biome. Apparently I am in a massive jungle right now. So we're going to go ahead and go around this jungle because that's not what we're looking for. But in the meantime, we got an awesome view of the Dadcrafter skin that Grace, and I don't remember the numbers off the top of my head, but Grace made this skin for the Dadcrafter, and I think it turned out awesome. Definitely better to look at than my old skin, which was really basic and only had a front and no back. This one, at least you got a nice back to see. Tup Pup, I could not agree more. Jungle's not really exciting. Not the biome that I want to be in. Better than what I started in my test video, where I was basically in Canada, nothing but a frozen tundra with basically nothing else to speak of but ice and snow. Okay, so this kind of looks like a jungle still. Definitely jungle there, but this looks more Plains E, although I don't know. I'm going to still probably go around this. Well, that's 3 votes against jungle, Mark. So I think we're going to continue then and say that we don't want this jungle either. Although, ooh, I am very tempted to get these sheep. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's hope we can pull that off without getting mobbed by a skeleton. And just like that, we can craft up a bed. I think we may very well do that. Let's go ahead and craft up our first bed and get our first good night's sleep here in this world. Boom. Just like that, we're going to sleep. And it's daytime. And I think, you know, from a live stream perspective, daytime is probably a little more enjoyable to watch than night because I don't know about you guys, but I don't really love watching the dark. Little more fun to watch the daylight. This is kind of that like crossover biome. It's like jungle but not. Part of me says that this would be a cool place to build a house. Part of me says I can find something better. I'm going to say we can do better. It gave us the sheep that we need. That's cool. But we're going to continue onward. We're gonna see if we can't find something better than this. Got to be a better biome out there. In fact, it looks like just across the water here is more of a true plains biome. We got a bunch of pigs over here. Pigs are good. We are definitely in the thick of like never-ending jungle. Let's see. Animal liver in my inventory. We got animal muscle. Yeah, you're right. Herbivore rumen. Grazing. Good herbivorous digestion. Reduces carnivorous digestion. Animal muscle. No liver, but we've got herbivore rumen. Ooh. Well, I wonder what we can get from a horse. Let's see. Let's play Junior Surgeon. Hey there, Mr. Horse. What do you got? Too healthy to open. All right. Well, make you less healthy. Horse's chest cavity. We got an animal heart. We're going to go ahead and take his spine so he'll stop moving around. We've got a stomach. We've got muscle. Oh, swift muscle, but it's only compatible with horse. Oh, man. See, now that would be nice if we could use this muscle. But here's what I want to find out. Can we make us a horse sausage? We're going to give him this muscle in exchange. We don't want this average muscle. We want the fast horse muscle. You know, he's got lungs that are average, but they're only compatible with a horse. Kidneys only compatible with horse. Appendix. So let's go ahead and see what we can do with the muscle. That's what I'm curious about right now. Is can we make a horse sausage? Boom. We can make raw butchered meat. Okay, interesting. We'll take some of that. What can we do with the raw butchered meat? I wondered if you... The rumen. I wonder if you equip that, can you eat grass? Oh, that's interesting. I don't know about that. We'll find out, though. So I was hoping maybe the butchered meat would let you make sausages, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Oh, I didn't give that horse his spine back. Oh, there he is. I guess he's not going anywhere without that. Here, let's have a spine. I think I gave it back to him. Yeah, but I didn't really put it in the right place. There you go, Mr. Horse. You have been given a spine. All right. Well, I got to figure out the recipe for a sausage because I have horse meat. Sounds weird, but I have horse meat, but I don't know how to turn it into a sausage. Maybe cooking it will make it into a sausage. That's worth a try, Tup-Pup. And I'm with you. I've never seen so much jungle either. Let's see. What can we get? I think we determined you couldn't open a chicken, but let's find out. Yeah, see, it just kills the chicken if you try to open it. Let's see about a sheep. Oh, you can open a sheep. Take his spine. So, I mean, I feel like from the perspective of, like, what to use from an animal, the meat is certainly useful because you can make this raw butchered meat out of it, which I've got to imagine is better to eat than standard muscle. Let's see. Maybe I just want some wool from. We're starting to get a little heavy on the inventory, so we have to figure out what we can do to lighten that load a little bit. But we're still just in, like, I don't know, this is still kind of a jungle biome much more than I'd like to be in. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to find our way back to our boat because I really would like to get away from this jungle. Let's go ahead before we do that, though. Let's see, like, if we cook this meat, what do we get? We got some old tools we can use to cook with. Let's see what the result is when you cook the raw butchered meat. I have a feeling it's going to be cooked butchered meat. That just seems kind of logical to me. And yeah, that's what you get from that is cooked butchered meat. Let's see if you need a crafting table to do sausage. I mean, cooked butchered meat seems like a good thing. I'm not dogging that at all. But let's see if maybe if you put it on a crafting table. No. That does not seem to do it. Ate of the butchered. Oh, you need an intestine. Got it. Okay. Well, there's a good thing we got a horse over here just waiting to donate an intestine. So we'll go ahead, we'll grab that intestine. While we're at it, we might grab a couple. And then we'll come over here on our crafting table and we'll throw an intestine and we'll throw some butchered meat. That doesn't seem to be doing it. Is there a certain order or certain position you got to put stuff in? Interesting. Oh, sausage skin. You got to turn that into sausage skin first. Then you need to. Is this just like recipes that it gives you? Of course not. No, I think the internet was right. It's just that I think you had to make the sausage skin first. There it is. And we've got a raw sausage. All right. So now we've got a recipe. We should be able to do this. No, still no easy way to do it. All right. This better give you like way better hunger. Oh boy. Then better cure your hunger way better than just the cooked meat, because it's a lot of extra work to do this. And I bet you have to cook the sausage too. So we've got a couple of sausages. Let's go ahead and let's throw those in the furnace. And yeah, we'll just use those sticks. That's all right. You got me going in the right direction there, Tup Pup. I appreciate that. And boom, just like that, we have a cooked sausage. So we can go ahead and we can make a couple more sausage skins out of the intestines. And I think we've got enough to make another sausage. So apparently this would be how you make like an Ender Dragon sausage. You would need these components from the Ender Dragon, and you could make an Ender sausage. And we will do that. We will get to that point. That'll definitely be on our to-do list here. Will be to make a Ender sausage. But for now, we've got ourselves, I mean, I hate to say it, but I guess it's a horse sausage that we've got right now. Of course, I don't have any hunger, so I can't really find out how good it satiates your hunger. What we do have is an annoying rainstorm and a never-ending jungle biome. So we're going to try to make our way out of this never-ending jungle biome. Maybe find a village, maybe find, I don't know, anything better than what we've got. I am not a huge fan. Oh. Ooh. I don't know if I like this any better. Yikes. Well, I think I see, is that a ruined portal or just an opening? It's an opening. Well, we got out of the, well, we were out of the rain for about a half a second. Now, I don't remember what this biome is called, but I think I like it less, not more. It's like a wasteland or something like that it's called. Oh, look at the top of it, though, is maybe a better biome. It's good for, like, building materials. Like, you get a lot of cool colors. Well, Tup Pup, I have to say you're right, because biome-wise, it certainly cannot go down from here. Well, I say that, and we're going to end up in an ice biome next, which would absolutely be down from here. Or, you know, just back into the jungle. Which is, let's see what's up here maybe, because like, I wouldn't mind this biome if it was like a plains biome combo. Let's see what we got up here. Looks like my stream has frozen. Oh, there we go. It caught back up with me. Sorry about that if the stream froze on y'all. Mesa biome, yeah, that's what it is. That sounds right to me. But now if we go up, looks like we're just in a combo jungle mesa biome. What's this up at the top here? I'd like to find a place that I can establish and just say, like, this is where I'm going to set up shop. But for right now, I think what I need to do is sleep again. Oh, cannot rest now. There's monsters nearby. And then I feel like I almost got blown up. So what monster is nearby? I don't know. I don't see a monster. going to go up here. I don't know what this tree biome up here is, but it looks kind of cool. Oh, I took him down too far. I was going to try to get his string maker piece. Did he drop anything? Sometimes they drop pieces. I think I'm holding on to too much stuff here. We wanted to see if the herbivore rumen worked for me. Where would I put that? Because now I'm inside of my own chest. Would that be like in place of an intestine, you think? Does that seem right? I guess. I don't know how that would work though, but I feel like that's what I would want. Oh, here, I have an empty spot. All right. I officially have an herbivore rumen. Let's see what that does for me. Oh, here we go. It's a little bit of a mountaintop plains looking biome. Over here we've got this is kind of a neat area. I don't hate this. Maybe we go across the water there. Yeah. Some biome action here. Oh, stomach. That would probably make more sense to go in place of the stomach. Well, we've got enough hunger here. Let's see what our cooked sausage does for us. I would say that was about the equivalent of a cooked piece of meat, and for the amount of work that it took to make that sausage, that was really not worth it. And not that it was like hard work or anything, but it definitely took effort to make that sausage. More so than like just killing an animal and cooking the meat. So I would say the sausages are a very inefficient form of nutrition. I mean, it's true. I can say that I crafted a sausage, so like, if nothing else, we managed that much in this stream. Alright, I feel like we can officially say we've gotten ourselves out of the jungle now. We got some pigs, we got some grass, we got some trees, we got a full inventory. Oh boy, what can we drop here? Drop a sapling. Alright. Feels like maybe, just maybe, we've hit a point where we can build ourselves a house. Jungle's still looming over there. It's like it's just a reminder, like you haven't escaped me yet. Alright. Yeah, no, I'm with you. 1 3/4 of hunger is not worth it at all for the amount of effort that it took to make that sausage. But nonetheless, it was a sausage. Alright, so we're going to go ahead now and we're going to collect up some resources so we can build ourselves a starter house, because we need a place to just kind of establish a base from, and then we can start working towards some of the other goals once we actually have a base. Like step 1, get a base. That seems logical. I need a place that I can actually put some stuff down, because I've got way too much stuff in my inventory. Need to go on a mining adventure, need to try to find some diamonds, need to try to find some more iron, you know, all the good stuff that you do in a normal Minecraft world. But first and foremost, let's just build ourselves a house that we can put our stuff in. And I kind of like this area here overlooking the sea. Seems like a cool spot for a house. So we'll go ahead and we'll start building it right about, oh, look at that, we even got lava over there. Cool. Go ahead and do that. We're going to make this place a little large. Make sure we have plenty of room. some more wood, but we'll go ahead and maybe like here. And we'll come over here. All right, so we got the basic outline of our house. So we'll go ahead and we'll get the rest of the resources that we need here. So kind of the thinking right now is I just want to establish a place that I can leave my stuff because my inventory's full. I want to go on a mining adventure, but I don't want to go on a mining adventure with a full inventory. So we need a place to call our own. This is meant to be, you know, standard Minecraft play. Like if I were playing Minecraft without this chest cavity mod, what would I do first? Well, first thing is what I've kind of done already. I would get a bed, you know, establish some safety. But the next thing I would do is I would build a house. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to do that. We're going to make this just a real basic wood framed house. We'll probably do stone for the walls. But we'll just make oak wood for the frame. Got plenty of trees around here, so we'll just chop down trees to make the frame. And then once we get this done, I think we're going to go on a mining adventure next. See if we can't find some more iron, some diamonds, because what I'd like to get is strong enough that I can go and start trying to do some of these other things. I mean, ultimately I got to get myself to the nether, to the end, and like all that stuff, but before I do that I've got to get myself the llama, the enderman, I forget now all the other crazy stuff my son wanted me to try to find pieces and bits of, but to do that we're going to need to be a little stronger. We're going to need to actually have some armor. Not going to be able to do all of that with the absolute no armor that I have right now. Although I think I do have boots, so I mean I can't say I have no armor, but boots by themselves do not make for much protection. All right, so we've officially got ourselves a outline of a house. I'm going to go ahead and drop a crafting table in the house, so that we can make a door, or two maybe. What happened to my... There we go. So we'll make ourselves a door. And the other thing we're going to need to make is a chest, because we are quickly finding ourselves in need of that. Let's throw that over here. Let's get some of this stuff out of our inventory because we are way overloaded. Actually, still want this. We want this. No, we don't want to get rid of the bed. Alright, so we can drop this. I'm going to smelt up, of course, I realize I don't have any sand. All that time I spent surrounded by sand and I never collected any of it. So I don't have any sand to use to make glass, which would have been nice to have some windows on our house. We'll find sand eventually though, and we'll make some windows. For right now we're just going to go ahead and collect up some cobblestone so we can add some walls to our house. Trying not to make like a pit by mining the cobblestone. Probably should start establishing a mine, which is actually what I will do. So typically what I'll do is I'll pick a spot within my house and I'll say, you know, this is my mine spot, and I'll just start mining down within my own house so that I have easy access to my mine. I just want to be able to quickly and easily go down in the mine whenever I want to mine for something. So we're just going to make this our mine right here, middle of our house. When we want to mine, this is where we'll go. So we'll, rather than collecting cobblestone randomly, we'll collect it here as we begin to establish our mine. That feels like it's the more logical way to do things. And I quickly realize that I need some torches. So we'll go ahead and do that. And then we'll just keep making our way down here. And then this cobblestone that we're collecting is what we'll use to put walls and a roof on our house. I will try to keep it lit up enough in here that y'all can see what's going on, because I know that that can be tough when you can't. But this is what I was I say worried, but I had a feeling this would happen, is that I mined my way right into a cave. So we'll have to turn another direction here. But in the meantime, we've collected enough stone to go ahead and start putting walls on our house. We're going to keep some window space open here so we can see in and out, but we need to quickly here kind of establish a home because it's going to be night here real quick, and I'd like to have a home before night falls. And I just put that door kind of in the middle of nowhere, so we'll go ahead and try that again. That's better. And just like that, we've got ourselves a little bit of protection from the outside world. Go ahead and we'll throw a door over here. And then we'll just fill in a little bit of this. And boom. This wall over here doesn't need to get filled in quite yet because it's not really open to the outside world. It kind of just goes to a cliff. So we can leave that. And boom, just like that, we've got ourselves a little bit of safety here in our world. All right, we are making progress. Let's go ahead and see. I think we got a bunch of meat we can cook up, so we can give ourselves a little sustenance here, and then we can go down in our mine and do a little more mining. We'll light up our house here. All right. It's not much, but it's better than being completely exposed to the elements. Go ahead and grab another pickaxe while we're at it. The one we've got is going to pretty quickly run out here. Yeah, it's nothing fancy, but it'll hopefully get the job done of keeping the mobs out and giving us a safe place to be. Go ahead and collect this coal. It's always a fun little surprise. Oh, that's not as fun of a little surprise. So we're definitely like playing with the water table here. We're like right up on it. Which is kind of what I figured would happen since I chose a spot right by the edge of the water. I figured there was a good chance that we'd end up with water in our mine once we ultimately made it. But it seems like by going this direction, we're fairly safe. I promised you guys light, and then of course I am mining here with no light. So let's get some light up in here. Just picked up plenty of coal, so I should be able to keep it pretty well lit up in here. And we're just going to make our way down. I can see on my screen here that we've got skeletons, zombies, bats. So we must have a cave fairly nearby. Oh, speaking of, looks like it's literally right here. There's our zombie. Let's see if he'll come to us while we've got a safe space to attack him from. There we go. Come here, Mr. Zombie. Him and I are playing equal games of we're not good at walking. It's always easier when you're mining if you can kind of open your way into a cave, because caves tend to go places and have resources. Although this is not a very big cave. That's a bat. It explains why I was hearing a zombie and a bat, but other than that, this doesn't seem like it's gonna provide for much. So we'll light it up so that it doesn't create an issue for us, but we're gonna go back because I always like my caves to have easy up and down access. So I'm gonna kind of close that off, and we're just gonna make this continue as our pathway down. I don't want to have to do a lot of twisting and turning if I can avoid it. So we'll close that off. The torch there will remind us that this is indeed a cave, and we'll just continue making our way down. So just kind of thinking out loud here what I'm trying to do here. I'm trying to get myself down to a level where we might find diamonds. Like that's the real goal here. And if I bring up my menu screen here, we can see that we're at 46 high. So got a ways to go down if we're going to get to diamond layer. But ideally we get into like a big cave that would have iron, or maybe just run into some iron even would be nice. Because we need iron. Like that's a big part of what we need here, is we need to have enough iron that we can make ourselves some armor. Maybe we find some gold, maybe we find some redstone, things like that would certainly be useful. But iron and then ultimately diamonds, like those are the things that we're actually looking for as we work here. And this is the stuff where I say, like, you know, live streaming of mining a tunnel down, probably not the most entertaining thing anyone has ever watched. So if y'all are hating this, let me know. Give me some feedback here. I can, not sure what else I can do to be more entertaining, of course, but certainly can understand and appreciate if this is not thrilling television. But it's what I need to do. I mean, ultimately we need a baseline established here, and the way to do that is just to kind of go down. I'm not going to get the resources I need at the surface, so I got to get them here underground. I could like keep searching for a village, but that also can just be like a never-ending search, so I don't really love doing that. Well, thanks, Mark. I appreciate that. Oh, look at this. Just as I was starting to say that there's nothing to see here, I think we found a cave. I think we found a bigger cave this time. We did. We definitely found a zombie, so let's get ourselves prepared for that. Alright, so we got a zombie, we got a bigger cave. Where'd he go? He was coming at me. Come at me, bro. I was gonna chest open him, but then another guy showed up there. Alright, we got his spine, so now, oh shoot. I opened him up twice. That was a mistake. I should have just let him be. I tried opening him up a second time, and that was a mistake. Need 1 second here. All right. Yeah, it never fails. Like you start saying like, oh, this is going nowhere, this isn't going to be anything, and then boom, just like that, you're in a cave, which is exactly what I was kind of hoping I would find. And before you know it, I'll be getting blown up by a creeper again, and y'all can laugh at my misfortune. But for now, let's just see if we can light up this cave a little and see if there's anything in here worth seeing. Seems like it may just be another dud cave, though, to be honest. Kind of goes up over there. It goes down a little bit more over here. Ooh, it's going. I see light over there. Let's see what we got over here. Is that lava causing the light? Looks like it's lava that's causing the light. Okay, we're going to make some more torches. Let's see. Don't go into the light, Dadcrafter. But light is nice. I can see in the light. Alright, let's see here. What do we got? We got lava. Ooh, we got some iron. We got some redstone. We got some deep slate. Okay. This is what we're looking for. It's always nice if you can get down to diamond level without actually having to mine yourself all the way down there. Just saves you a lot of effort if you can get there without having to do all that mining yourself. Go ahead and we'll keep this with us so we're not making a million crafting tables. Alright, so let's see here. Let's mine our way down to that iron, because that's what we really want. We'll try to make sure we don't end up in the lava, because we don't really want to be in the lava, we just want to be near it. Alright, what's the best way to block this off so that it will stop covering our iron? Like that maybe? Boom. Alright, we are safe to mine this iron. Probably should look around just a little bit first and make sure that there's no mobs. Ooh, I like the looks of that. I really, really like the look of that. Because that looks to me like the kind of area that would have diamonds. That's the kind of cave we were looking for. Okay, cool. You know what I need to do here is I need to make myself a iron pickaxe. I have enough iron for that. So we can get that redstone. We can get this iron here. All right, we're making some progress. We're gonna get ourselves some iron armor. We're gonna get ourselves some redstone. Might even get lucky and get ourselves some diamonds. In the meantime, we're going to get ourselves burning in some lava, which was not what we were trying to do. You know, Tup-Pup, a water bucket would have been an excellent idea. Right now, I'm afraid I'm going to die. Whew, that was much closer than I thought it would be. That lava water bucket would have been really nice to have there. But yeah, definitely need a water bucket. That's a good call. Next time I'm up at the surface, I will make one of those. I don't think I realized how much iron I'd already had. We're going to go ahead and we're going to get that other piece of iron that I can see. Keep getting our health back up. Some more iron. Got some more lava over here. Anything else worth seeing over here? No, just the lava. I could grab a bucket of lava. It's never a bad thing to have. I think I just want to make my way down into that pit, though. That cave is looking pretty inviting. So I think I'm going to make my way down into the cave. Let's see. Oh, we got some gold. That's always nice. Got our first gold. A little bit easier to get it here than it was on the sky block. Alright, we are making our way into the dark. We're going to light this up as we go. Go further down over there. We've got a big kind of opening over here. We need more torches. Alright, let's see. We need to eat. And we need to make some torches. Let's keep lighting this place up. This is looking promising, but it also looks dangerous when it's this dark. Got some more iron. It's weird to find dirt this far down. Let's grab that iron before we lose it. Oh, there's a creeper. Let's not get blown up this time. You know, I probably should craft up at this point as a shield. Let's do that, because whether it's a creeper or a skeleton, we're going to want to be able to defend ourselves. Boom. Alright, we've got a shield. That's a good step in the right direction. Can we make... We probably can make some armor at this point, too. We got here. Yeah, we've got enough. Make a furnace. Let's smelt up the rest of this iron. Oh boy, we need some more. We abandon all of our charcoal already. We had plenty of charcoal. It's up, or not charcoal, just coal. We had plenty of coal, but it's up here, it looks like. There we go. There's a couple pieces. Just get another piece of coal there. And now we can smelt up our iron. Just feel like if I'm going to be dealing with creepers, having a little extra armor never hurts when you're dealing with creepers. I think we'll have enough to make a chest plate. And I assume we'll find even more iron, so I'm not going to worry about saving any for a bucket or anything like that. But this way, what I'm thinking is, I want to try to steal a creeper's, whatever it was. Let me see here again. A creeper's appendix is what I'm looking for. I want a creeper's appendix. So if I want to get a creeper's appendix, because I'd love to accomplish a goal here on this stream. If I can get a creeper's appendix, that would be awesome, but I have a feeling to do so, I'm going to need to be able to survive at least a explosion. Like, I don't think I'm going to get through that without him blowing up on me once. And in that situation, a little armor is certainly going to help. Am I out of food? No, I'm not out of food. Okay, good. So let's get some full health. Now let's go see if that creeper's still there. And if he is, we're going for his appendix. Ooh, we got a zombie. A couple of zombies. We got another zombie spine out of him. There's that creeper. Come on, creeper. Where are you at? We want the creeper's appendix. Well, that was my chest. That's my chest again. Shoot. That's not what I'm trying to do here. I'm not trying to hurt myself. I'm trying to hurt the creeper. Let's see if we do this and then this. Can we get to that creeper without him blowing us up? Hit him. That's an oak log. Oh, we got the appendix. Well, he blew up, but we did not get blown up along with him. It's interesting. Inside a creeper's chest is gunpowder and oak leaves, along with the appendix. All right, we have officially gotten one of the things that was on our goal list, which is this creeper appendix. I was right. He did blow up. Like, there was no question that he was going to blow up. But the good news is we were kind of removed from the explosion. So when he blew up, he didn't blow us up. He just kind of blew himself up. Surprisingly, he didn't even blow up the zombie that was next to him, which I would have certainly expected that he would have blown up. But the good news is we got his appendix, and that was what we wanted, was the appendix from that creeper. So now I'm going to light this area up a little bit because this is a big open area. We got some more iron over here. We got a whole bunch more iron. I heard a skeleton, so I want to be wary that we may have a skeleton coming at us. Yeah, I'm with you. It's kind of odd that you get leaves from a creeper. But, I mean, something has to make him green, I guess. And unlike most mobs, the creeper was fairly empty inside. I don't know if you noticed that, but like most mobs, it feels like the majority of the chest cavity is full. With the creeper, it was not. It was fairly empty. Oh boy. I thought I took your spine. Don't die. Whew, that was way too close. Oh man, here I thought, I'm like, I got my creeper appendix, and yeah, just like that, it was almost over. Okay, we got another zombie coming at us. We got to be more prepared for this one. I don't know where you came from, buddy, but I don't like you any more than I liked your last friend. So let's heal ourselves up here, because apparently we are in Zombie Town, and zombies are going to be coming for us. Let's see, can we light this area up better? Got a bunch of stuff I want to mine, but I don't want to leave an area. Like, I want that lapis. I want to light this area up a little bit better. I ultimately want to go down here. That's where I want to be, is down there. But there are skeletons, there are creepers, there's all sorts of stuff down there that I don't really feel like I am ready to mess with. Let's get some more iron. Let's get some more iron armor. I think that's our real key, is we need to get armored up a little bit better before we go down into that cave. But we've got a fair amount more iron now than we did before, so let's just smelt that up, and we should be able to make some more armor. Let's see, what do we have for smelting? We got coal, alright. Well, that smelts. We can come over here and grab this. I hear a skeleton, which I don't love, because I don't know where he is, but he's around here somewhere. Getting a little heavy on stuff again, too, which I don't love. I need some space in my inventory. Running a little shy on inventory space. Alright, should be able to craft up some pants now. Those are good. Let's see, can we get a helmet too? That's all the iron that we had, so we'll take a helmet. So we're doing pretty good on armor now. Have anything else we can cook up? Rotten muscle. I don't think we need rotten muscle. I don't think we need a decayed spine. We got ourselves this sausage that we can eat. Alright, so we'll eat the sausage. We'll take back our furnace. We'll take back our crafting table. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to go down into this cave system and see if we can't find ourselves some diamonds. Ooh, there's water down there. Of course, we've used up all our iron, so we can't make a bucket right now. But we could have gotten some water. Oh, shoot. Gosh, that was not what I meant to do. Thankfully, we survived that fall. That was not at all what I meant to do. I was trying to crouch my way towards the edge, and I ran at it instead. What's over here? Hard to say. Oh. Got a geode. Guarded by a zombie. Ooh, I see a spider over there. Oh my gosh. Armor just saved my life. Creeper just blew up right behind me. Had no idea he was there. Totally just got saved by my armor. I'm not sure how he snuck up behind me there, but had I not had all this armor on, I would not be alive. Here comes that spider. Take him out without too much trouble. This is a big open cave now that we're in. This is where you'll find some diamonds. Come on, bring on the diamonds. I see that creeper on my left. I see the zombie on my right. Just trying to light this place up. Ooh, that's another zombie. Oh no, that's not what I wanted to do. Get over there. Oh, that's a skeleton. Alright. We're getting shot by a skeleton. We got a creeper. We got zombies. We need to get ourselves somewhere a little safer. Alright. We're safe over here. While we regroup for a second. Gotta think through what we want to do here for a second. We got a lot of mobs on the other side of that wall. I did not see any diamonds. Tub Pup, I appreciate you tuning in. Get yourself some sleep. We'll catch you next time. I'm probably going to call it a night here pretty soon myself. Knowing that I've accomplished a goal makes me feel pretty good. What is that light way off in the distance there? That's weird. Do you see that on your screen? Like way off in the distance, there's a light that's not natural looking. And I don't know what it is. And I'm curious. It's almost like it's going to the outside. Now I need to know what that is. There was a creeper over here somewhere. I don't see where he went. I see the skeleton, though. I need to know what that light is over there. Alright, creeper. I was trying not to get blown to bits there, but almost did anyway. Yeah, I don't know what that light is over in the distance there, but it's got my attention. I'm like a mosquito drawn to the light right now, and I don't know why, but I cannot get over what the heck that light could possibly be. Seeing as I'm this far underground, what could be causing that much light? Oh my gosh. Well, I can tell you what it's not, is 100 creepers. Those 100 creepers are right here. Let's see. I keep thinking the light's gonna like disappear on me, but apparently it's not going anywhere. Yeah, I don't know what the heck that is. Is that the outside world? I honestly think that's like a cave that opens to the outside, but it just feels like I'm way too deep for that to be the case. Of course, I'm going to have to get through every mob possible before I can find out. And something tells me my curiosity here is going to get me killed. But yeah, I think that is a opening to the outside. In which case, I just kind of want to have access to it. This is just too many mobs to handle all at once, though. Come on, guys. Let me get to my cave. I'm just waiting for the creeper to show up behind me and knock me out of this world. Thankfully, I've lit up a fair amount of this. But if I could figure out what that is over there, that would make me really happy, and then I could pretty much call it a day on this stream. I think that's exactly what it is. I think that goes to the outside world. I just don't know how I'm going to get across to there safely. Down to 2 torches. Two torches and no coal. Two torches, no coal, and a very long way to get over there. So, I don't think I'm going to make it there. I also don't really know how I'm going to make it out of this cave. Which would be the next thing that I need to figure out, is how do I make it back to the surface? Because I want to find my way back to the house that I built if I can't find my way anywhere else. So let's go ahead and see if we can't figure that out. We got a skeleton here who wants to get in between us and that goal. Alright, he was taken care of. Ooh. What the heck was that? I feel like like a zombie just shot an arrow at me, but I don't think that's what that was. Alright, well, I am not sure how to get back to the surface. Oh boy. Well, this is something I definitely have done before, which is lost my way. How do I get up from here? I swear this was where I came. I see a torch up there, but I don't know how I... Oh, you know why? Because I fell, that's right. Okay. Let's see. Do I just brick up from here? I think that's what I need to do here. Let's just do a little brick action until I get myself back up to where I was. There we go. So this must have been more or less where I was, because I see torches. Alright, this is a good sign. Torches are a good sign. Still not entirely sure where I came from, but I'll grab this iron while I'm here. So we'll grab this iron, we'll find our way back to the surface, to our home that we built. And if we can do that safely, we will call this a successful adventure, because we got ourselves a creeper appendix, crossed one thing off of our goal list, which is pretty cool to be able to say that we even crossed one thing off. Looks like up this way is where we need to go. We're just going to block up where we can't find our way. Sometimes the pathway that you took is just not the easiest to follow. So rather than stressing about trying to find the exact same pathway, we'll just create a new one. Okay, I remember this area with the lava. I think I came from... Was it over this way? I don't remember how I got to this area. I want to say it was up, but I would again think that I would see... I don't think it was down there. I think it was up this way somewhere. Maybe it was over there. No, because that was like the secondary lava that I saw. So it wasn't there. It was over here. I came down into this. From, I thought, over here. Let's see. Yep. That was correct. Came down into it from here. And then from here, I need to get up to... Oh, was it through here? Let's grab that coal, because we need more coal. Just going to keep following the torches at this point because I feel like the torches have got to lead me somehow back to where I came from. Oh, look at this. Boom. Here's our stairwell. Found our way back to our house. Okay, so we're heading back to our house, and we are going to call this an end to the stream. Now that we've gotten ourselves safely out of our cave, we'll go ahead back into our house, and once in our house, we can say that we have officially collected a creeper's appendix, crossing the very first item off of our list. I'm pretty excited about this. We've gotten ourselves a home. We've built a house. It needs a little work. It's meager, but it is a house officially. It has three walls and no roof, but we'll get a roof on here. We'll get more walls put up. We have gotten one item off our list, which is the creeper appendix. I think my son wants me to get the exploding power, which I got to figure out how to do that. I don't even know where to start on that one. But we've found and established a base. We've built ourselves a pathway down into a cave so we can start mining. We've got ourselves some armor. We've got an iron helmet. We've got an iron chest plate, iron leggings, O-1 leather boots. No idea what that means. We've got some bones, some gold, some lapis, some redstone. We're on our way here. This chest cavity mod challenge is officially underway, officially in progress, and more importantly, we've gotten the first step along the way. We've got that creeper appendix. One of the things that we were hoping to find here and get in our challenge, we have officially gotten. So we're going to cross that one off the list. We'll get an official list here going of all the things that we're going for. We made sausage. I guess we did that too. We made some sausage. I believe we decided it was horse sausage, not ender dragon sausage like we want it to be, but a sausage is a sausage, so we've done that much. And for today, oh no, what's getting me? Here, my beautiful safe house almost let me get killed. Let me take care of this guy. How did he get in my house? I was literally just about to sign off when a zombie... Apparently I need to build this wall, because I thought this wall was unnecessary, but apparently it is very necessary. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to finish off a wall on our house here. So we will say that we have 4 walls on our house, because now we officially have a 4th wall to our house. We're going to leave this one nice and open, though, so that we can see out into the ocean there. That was why I was leaving it open, was I wanted that nice ocean view. But now we officially have a safe house, somewhere that we can not get killed by a zombie, because that almost happened. But we have a safe house with no zombies attacking us, and we have that creeper appendix. I am the Dadcrafter. Thank you all for tuning in. I am excited to get this challenge underway, and we'll keep it rolling. We'll be back at you with episode 2. Whether it's a live stream or a pre-recorded episode is yet to be seen. I'm enjoying doing the live stream here for this challenge, so we'll do a little bit of both, I think. But like I said, I am the Dadcrafter. Thanks for tuning in.